Today we're taking a look at the JJRC Baby Elfie, sent to me courtesy of TomTop.com. It is a foldable, easy to transport quadcopter that you actually fly with a gravity censored control. Let's get it in the air and check it out. So we're out here with the Baby Elfie inside its little bag, and I really like this bag. You can kind of attach it to your belt, attach it to a bag, kind of wear it on your wrist or something. However you want to do this, you got some options for you. Attach it to another bag with this, and let's go through the components real quick. Inside here, you're gonna have your quad, or you could probably fit it in the smaller one too, actually. Whichever you prefer. I had it in there. So there you go with your little Baby Elfie. The arms fold up just like the original Elfie. I'm gonna set that down and we'll go into this smaller pouch. And in here you're gonna find your gravity control transmitter. We'll go over the functions of that in a second. And also have, this one comes with 3 extra batteries. I only have 2 of them with me. One of them's in the quad. This one is here obviously, and I left one at home because it was not charged. You got your charging cable and a bag of props and some screws for you. So we'll put this stuff back in here, zip that up. Maybe we'll zip this up too, set that aside. We got a quadcopter, and how's this gonna work? The arms are gonna fold out like so. Real simple stuff. If you guys owned the Elfie, you're familiar with this. You also got your battery, little port right there. Line it up, pop it in. You get 3 of those in the kit. You got LEDs. This is the back, so this is going to be a red LED. Power switch here. Camera is adjustable. I like to fly with it kind of straight on, but it will go up and it will go down. Straight on is where I like it. It also has 2 LEDs here, very visible in the daylight. It may not come across on the camera, but it is extremely visible. You got your transmitter here, and so this is going to work like this. This is going to give you ascending throttle, descending throttle, yaw, like you would expect. So this is like your left stick if you're flying mode 2. And pushing it down is going to idle up the motors, and then you push it up, it'll go up in the air. You got a trigger button here for your rates. There are 3 rates on this. And underneath this bottom one here is going to be emergency stop for you. This is going to put it into trim mode. This one is going to be headless mode. And this one over here is going to turn on and off the LEDs. So this one will also, you can fly it with your app. And the app for this one is JJRC, just like the blue crab that I reviewed recently. So we're going to put it down there. We're going to turn it on. Turn on our transmitter. Up down binds it, and I'm going to connect to the Wi-Fi. I am going to elect to not screen record this because I'm afraid it is having an adverse effect on the Wi-Fi app and the signal back to the controller. And you get inside the app, you just hit the connect button, and I'm seeing a picture. And I'm going to start recording there. So over here, I'm going to hit the button. It's going to idle up the motors, and then I'm going to give it some throttle, and it'll go up in the air. We seem to, oh, and I forgot to mention, so you want it to go forward, you tilt the controller forward. You want it to go backward, tilt it back. You want it to hover, you kind of hold it as level as you can. So let's bring it back towards me here. And I want it to be more this way. That'll be better lighting for you guys. So it does take a little bit of getting used to. So you kind of got to center the, it's almost like a Wii game where you got the gravity sensor control. And we seem to be getting a decent picture here so far. And it takes a little bit of concentration to realize what you're doing. So it's almost like learning to fly all over again. And let's get a shot of me here. And the camera is probably on par with its little brother, I would say. I'm gonna put it in the second rate here. And always be careful what you're doing with this one, because you know, it's gravity controlled, so any little movement you make with the controller is going to come across on the quad. But it does seem to work extremely well. Let me get away from the sun here. We'll shoot away from the sun so you guys can see. So my one little gripe is, if you want to see what you're shooting, you gotta kind of hold your cell phone. But not a big deal, because this one is kind of cool. And I must say, this one is one of my favorite toy grade quads I've flown in a long time, because it's just a really neat little thing where it's a different way of flying. So I almost kind of feel like I had to learn how to fly again. Orientation gets a little sketchy, because you know, when you first learn to fly quads and you turn the quad around towards you like this and everything was reversed, same thing here, and it's almost like you got to relearn it again. And I almost like flying it just as a fun flyer, not so much as a camera selfie drone, because this is the second rate here. Let's go into the third rate here briefly. So 3 beeps on the controller when you hit the stick there, and it flies with a decent pitch on this third rate. It can kind of get moving. See that? So give it some throttle, get it up in the air, and we'll bring it back towards us. So it's an interesting little flyer. I like flying this one around quite a bit, actually. Let's bring it down in here, get a nice shot of it for you. And I'm holding it. I was making it go backwards because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. But look at it, you know, if you practice with this thing, you can fly it pretty well. And it's a very stable little flyer. We don't have a lot of wind today. And the third rate here, you can fight some wind on this third rate, but you're not going to want to fly this on too windy of a day. You're going to want to fly this around on a calm day. But maybe once you get a little bit better at it, you can fly it when you want. So there we are up in the air, getting some wind coming, blowing it back. So we go into it, and it's fighting that wind without too many problems. Don't hit the pole, Walshy. So now we're with the wind, and it's flying around nice. Trying to see what we got on the camera here. So I'm shooting myself here. I got the playground in the back. It's just kind of hovering there. That's pretty stable right there. It's bringing it in towards me. So it will fly with a decent amount of pitch. So if you're flying with a lot of forward pitch, you might want to tilt the camera up. I'm basically trying to use this as like a camera quad right now, and I want to like try to get it as stable as possible and get some nice video. So why don't we see if we can swing around here and shoot the pavilion. What are we shooting here? Let's see here. There's the pavilion. So the camera's not half bad, you know, about on par with all these Wi-Fi flyers. If you want great video, you're gonna have to spend a little bit more money. It does seem like there's a little bit of lag involved with the app. So let's just use the rest of this battery to fly it around a little bit. And I can still see the LEDs, they are not flashing yet. I'm getting around like 5-minute flight times out of this, which isn't half bad. And considering you get 3 extra batteries in this package, and it comes with a nice little fanny pack style pouch, I mean, you're gonna be the hit of the party with this thing. And I've been in other parks and people have seen me flying this thing, and they have all gotten a kick out of it. So people seem to be a lot more interested in this quad in particular than some of the other ones I fly. I try not to fly around people too much, but sometimes it can't be helped. But people seem to be very interested in this one. It is a pretty cool little flyer, I gotta say. Especially it folds up. Alright, now I can see the LEDs flashing, so let's see if we can make it back to the landing pad. Let's see if I can hit it too. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Getting a little uncoordinated with the controller. Oh! Emergency stop button. So we almost hit the pad there. How about that? So let me stop my video Video was recording for 6 minutes there, so I'll have the exact flight time on the screen as I normally do. But JJRC Baby Elfie, the Baby Elfie with the gravity sensor control. I'm going to shut the quad off and fold it up. I believe, oh no, the front goes in first. So pull that one out, put the front in, 2 back ones, shut this off. So one other thing I want to go over real quick was, when I first got this, wasn't 100% sure how you put the batteries in. So you kind of gotta just like pop it off like this, like so. Kind of get into that over there, and then it just slides off. So it's gonna take 2 AAAs. And it is a very clean look though, you can hardly tell that that comes off. So there you go, JJRC Baby Elfie, sent to me courtesy of TomTop.com. Check out the link in the description if you're interested. I'll leave you guys with a little more flying, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh boy. I'm sorry, Baby Elfie.